and welcome to Jemma Bayley Reviews Everything Ever with me, Jemma Bayley. I'm here reviewing everything ever. Can you believe it? Oh my God. She's got her work cut out for her. Yeah. First review of the day. We are reviewing Elf, the movie Elf, with Will Ferrell. Elf is my Christmas movie. And I know that a lot of people have Love Actually up there and the classic Santa Claus, you know, the one where he falls off the roof. Elf has that similar vibe of like, it's got the mysticalness of a Christmas movie, which I really love, like, but it's also got the kind of slapstick humor of like, it's Will Ferrell pretending to be an elf. Like, it's an SNL skit on crack, which is great. It's, to me, a Christmas movie. For it to qualify as a Christmas movie, it has to also be about Christmas, like Christmas joy or like Santa or presents. Like, it has to be, call me crazy, but I want my Christmas movies to be about Christmas. So as far as Christmas movies go, Elf hits all the notes for me, as well as just being a chaotic Christmas movie. He's just the aged up version of those kids being like whimsical. I think there is also a kid in that believes that Buddy is an elf. Yeah, I know his name's Buddy. I've watched it a lot of times. Zooey Deschanel's in it, and I always forget that because she's got blonde hair, and I just don't picture Zooey Deschanel as blonde. People say that I look like Zooey Deschanel, which is very, very sweet. I used to get a lot of Katy Perry back in the day as well. I'm just talking about people that I look like. You noticed I haven't said anyone who isn't attractive? It's because I'm really attractive. Anyway, this is really good. I will use watching Elf as like, you know those tests that you do when you're dating someone? I will get a partner to watch Elf with me, and if they, like, depending on how they act, if they make fun of it, like, alongside me, that's completely fine. If they enjoy it, that's great. If they enjoy it too much, that is oddly a red flag, as well as refusing to watch it. That is a red. So there's on the spectrum of watching Elf. If you didn't like it because, like, something traumatic happened when you were watching it, like, I don't know, your wife cheated on you with your dad and you're like, I can't watch Elf, it reminds me of that, I would be like, fair, we can get a different movie. We can watch The Grinch. The Grinch is actually really good too. I like that. Cat in the Hat was awful. On a side note, Cat in the Hat was terrifying. If that's another one, if you say, let's watch Cat in the Hat, and someone's like, yeah, run. They're gonna cut you up into little pieces and put you into a boot. Do not go with that person. So Elf, the movie. I'm gonna go with 4 stars. That's solid. We've started out very solid today. Well done, gang. High five. There is no one here. Hold on a second. Let me drink a lot of this because it's getting hot. I don't know if you okay, sorry, a little bit of behind the scenes at Jemma Bayley Reviews Everything Ever. I am the only one here, so talking to no one. Well, I'm starting to like kind of figure out who you are, right? And you're figuring out who I am. We're getting to know each other today. We'll be getting to know each other over the course of all these podcasts and videos. And I think what I'm getting from this dynamic is a sense of play with myself, which is weird. And usually people would pay a lot more than what you are to see me play with myself, but it's fine. No, don't get up. Don't grab your wallet and send me money. No. But this is what it feels like. It feels like when you're a kid and you're home alone and you're really bored and you're looking in the mirror and you're pulling faces at yourself and making yourself laugh, that's what it feels like to me. So forgive me if every now and then I look kind of like, I look like I'm going mental. That's because I am. That's because I am. Do I look professional, Papa? Do I look professional? Next, we are reviewing exercise. I don't like it. I mean, I begrudgingly, I know it's good for you, and I know that we need to do it, and I know all that sort of stuff. I get it. I know. Shut up. Shut up! If I could not, I wouldn't. You know, like, for me, exercise is, it's kind of like the thing that maintains the vessel. It's the thing that makes you happy and healthy and keep going. And, like, you know, so a lot of the exercise that I choose to do, like I rock, which is when you put a weighted vest on and you walk, right? Because it's very good for your bones to be wearing that much weight and doing exercise. She's a lady. Like, honestly, I prefer to be watching anime. But, like, I don't even get to watch anime anymore. My life is too fucking full. Like, I have a full... So when you have, like, a full-time job and you're trying to do stand-up, like, a good 4 nights a week, sometimes every night of the week, and you record your podcast on the weekend, and then you edit it on the weekend, and then you still gotta see people. You have to see your family. You gotta see your friends, right? And then someone's like, and maintain the vessel. Then, like, and people who go to the gym to exercise around other people exercising, I don't know how you. It's an accountability thing. I understand that. Like, you know how some people are like, I need a gym partner. I don't want anyone there. I hate being I've historically only ever been really accountable to myself, not someone else. In fact, I get weirdly resentful of other people telling me what to do. I have no clue where that's from. I definitely have authority issues. To the point where I developed a kink over it. You know, like, I hate being told what to do. So where was I going with that? Where on earth was I going with that? Oh yeah, being accountable to people. Yeah. In some ways, I can be super accountable, and any other one specific way, I'm super accountable to other people. Every other way, I'm just like, I'm so resentful of people taking up my time these days. It's not even like, I'm not even mad at them, because, like, that's a normal human thing to want to connect and do something. They're unaware that I am mostly angry at myself for putting a lot of ridiculous things in front of myself. Like, I'm actually more resentful that I'm taking up my time to the point where I have to say no to a lot of stuff. Wow, it's the Christmas movie. I need to learn through a Christmas movie. I think people, you know what needs to happen? I need to be visited by, like, all the Christmas, like, ghosts, and for them to make me realize, like, I've been living in this, like, tyranny of my own mind for so long. I need someone to come in and be like, it was the friends you made along the way. And I'll be like, was it? Because they're all fucked. Like, all my friends are fucked. So exercise as a thing, I love how it makes me feel. Doing it, I could take it or leave it. That's why I stack a lot of stuff into, like, if I'm rucking, I'm also, like, watching something, or if I'm doing yoga, like, I will meditate afterwards. So I stick a lot of things together so that I'm like, okay, good, that's done. Good, done. Good, the vessel work is done. That's what it feels like. It's like, oh, good, now the body is working. So exercise, you got to do it. Depending on the exercise, it's more fun than the others. We're giving exercise 3 because it's exercise. I was going to give it 2.5, but I really like the benefits of exercise. And I've gotten to a point in my life where I've chosen good ones for me, and I'm happy. So 3 stars for exercise. I would, like, if you will let me, I would like to review the expectation effect. So actually, let me quickly get this up. So the expectation effect is a book by David W. Robson. I didn't know that. But I came across this book when I was in my betterment stage, making myself better. And what I found so interesting about it was the expectation effect. For those of you who do not know, it's kind of like the placebo effect, but you're aware of it. You know how you'll have a control group and then you'll have the placebo group and they'll both get something and then they'll both be told that it will give them this benefit, like their hair will grow longer. And then this group will report that their hair's grown longer faster. And then this group will a good portion of this group will also report the same thing almost identically / like much more than usual, right? Right? And it's about the mindset of that. So, and what's interesting about that is the placebo group, even if you tell them they're taking a placebo, through the nature of that, they will still, because they're getting placebo and you say from the placebo, you might actually still get, they will then expect an effect and get the effect, which is very interesting to me, right? And there's a lot of sports science in the book. There were these sportsmen, and what they would do is they were like kind of recording when they're just imagining them doing the practice. And it had the same shit was lining up in your brain when you were physically practicing as when you were mentally imagining that you were practicing. So a lot of athletes will like imagine themselves winning or running a race or stuff like that as like extra. Isn't that crazy? And it will count towards them and their betterment. What? That's why I imagine that Pedro Pascal will come in through my bedside window and whisk me up into a helicopter and take me away. So that when it happens, I'm not surprised, but also through the expectation effect, I will be familiar with that scenario, so I won't freak out when a man comes through my window. It will be Pedro Pascal. It will be fine. He was meant to be there all along. And there's actually one of the sports science things is they were recording athletes who had lucky routines that they did before they went on. Like they would wear a certain type of sock, they would do a certain type of thing in a ritual before their games, right? With rituals, the percentage of them doing better was like 20%. It was like a decent bump. Like you got like a bump from like doing your ritual basically. It was not obviously all the time, but over however long they recorded, it's a significant difference. So mentally, having that thing actually made them perform better because they believed they could perform better. So this leads me to a confession I'd like to make. These glasses are completely fake. They're not completely fake. They're blue light glasses. I started wearing them on stage for stand-up. And when I put them on, I told myself that what I said had because I struggled with the concept of, it's not a self-confidence thing. Because I have a lot of confidence in myself, but when it comes to if you think that you're right, you're probably wrong. I have this that's the main problem I have. So when I get on stage and I put the glasses on, I say to myself, I'm a professional in this regard. Like I'm a stand-up, they're the audience. I'm here to tell them I am deserving of this space. I'm deserving of speaking these words. So when I get up there, I don't know if it's the 20% bump of me going, okay, I have my lucky glasses on, like lucky. Or is it simply me just going, okay, now I'm in the mind frame of being professional, being a comedian, like making myself feel like I'm funny. I've got the glasses on. Or, and here's a third extra scary thing, the perception people have of me wearing the glasses makes them think that I know what I'm talking about, which I've also done some research into, and people trust people with glasses more. And they look like they're going to look after you, which is I wonder if that's why Dharma wore the glasses, honestly. I think he needed them. Me talking like I'm assuming everyone's wearing fake glasses. I'm like, also, I think they make me look cute. It's really hard to have a pick-me moment when, no one's here to, be like, yeah, they do. I'm like, yeah, I think I look cute. I'm definitely a reformed pick-me, if not a deep down pick-me. I'm trying to unlearn it, but man, it creeps up on you. You're like, oh fuck. But dude, as a stand-up comic, we're literally being like, listen to me. And with the glasses, I can report that I do feel a lot more confident when I have them on. However, sometimes I forget to put them on altogether. I'll have a good set, I'll come off stage, and then I'll notice I don't have them on and be like, oh, it's nothing. Sometimes it will remind me, older glasses are actually nothing. So Expectation Effect, I think it's a good read. It's an interesting, like, mind hack sort of, like, if you read it, I applied it to stand up, and I also applied it to not being a people pleaser. Like, I was trying to learn to not be a people pleaser, and I got a lot of benefit out of it. I'm giving it a 5 because I reckon a lot of people should just give it a read. It's very interesting, and I think 5 stars for The Expectation Effect. Let's go. Let's go. We are reviewing extreme sports. Forgotten what's an extreme sport and what's just a regular sport. Like, is snowboarding extreme? Or is extreme sports like the crazy planes and the base jumping and like what it was? Where's the cutoff for extreme sports? Because I personally think all sports are extreme. Like, why would you do that? I think NRL is an extreme sport. Everyone gets a concussion. That is a change to your life that you fundamentally can't get back. That should be considered an extreme sport. It's a recreational activity that involves high speed, height, significant risk of injury, and often requires specialized skills and equipment. Scuba diving doesn't seem like a sport. That just seems like a recreational activity. I mean, that's what it said in the thing. Jemma, listen to what you've read. I don't listen to what I read. I'm too busy reading it. Free climbing. I was like, all climbing is free. At the cost of your life. Free climbing, I am assuming, is when you don't have anything and you're just climbing. That's climbing a cappella, is what we'll call it. That's what I call it in the industry. I was climbing a cappella. You were climbing what? Is that a mountain? No, I was climbing a cappella, like, just by myself. You're like, I wish you didn't come back. Would be good if you died and was out of the dating pool. Bungee jumping, rafting, kite. Okay, these seem like mountain biking. Is mountain biking? Oh, skiing. Snowboarding is one. There you go. Kayaking's an extreme sport. No, it's not. You know what? Someone from the kayaking, like, community has really, like, rallied some people together to get their example in, like, extreme sports. Kayaking is, unless it's that, like, white water, you know, the shit where, like, they're going down and they're got the, and they're, have you seen the urban kayaking where they're, like, going downstairs in a kayak? We live in a weird time. We live in a strange time. Extreme sports, I'm going to give them, they're extreme, which is very exciting. They're extreme, so I have to give it a 1 or a 5. I think that's a 0 or a 5. I'm going to give extreme sports a 0 because you can die. No one should be doing extreme sports. No one should be watching extreme sports. I don't know why we have it on the TV. These people, like, are jumping out of shit and we're being like, yeah, wow, no. And don't be like, oh yeah, it's courageous. And they're professionals. They have skill sets. They're professionals until they die. All right. So like, I'm not condoning that behavior. In fact, 0 stars in hopes that I've saved a life here today. We are reviewing Extroverts. Yes, you get out. No. I mean, like, don't get out. Like, you want to be out though, don't you? That's where you want to be. So enjoy. Just don't make me go with you. So obviously I'm an introvert. So I, like, naturally, and this is, to my knowledge, the difference between extroverts and introverts is extroverts get more energy and they enjoy company of people. They thrive in that, right? Introverts, they can enjoy company, but it is draining to them, so they kind of enjoy their solo time or being in a comfortable space. You know, with a close partner, they will be fine. So picking an extrovert is very hard because as an introvert, you want to hang out with and an extrovert will bring you out to things, take you to festivals and events and theatre things. And you want to be part of that, but I also don't want to be too committed to an extrovert and their activities because then they'll think I'll be going out with them all the time. My favorite thing is being the third friend. So in a friendship with 2 people, I'm like the third one that comes sometimes. And, like, we all have fun, but, like, I can bow in and out of the friendship. And they can look after each other a lot, but I'll come like a guest star. to the friendship. I'll come in like, hey, it's me, Jemma Bayley. Let's go do this paint and sip, you know? If I were to pick one, I feel like an extroverted's life is just so much easier because you don't need that time to yourself. I mean, they should. They really should have their time to themselves. Some of them are crazy people. I think you're more likely to get sucked into addictive tendencies if you're an extrovert because you're seeking those dopamine hits from people. And I find that quite an alarming concept that you need to be around people. That codependency, that's quite scary. Am I an introvert? I say as I sit in a podcast studio by myself with no other podcaster talking to myself. Am I an introvert? Am I weirdly enjoying myself? It's weird that I got so excited about being by myself and talking to myself. Introvert life, yo. What's the gang sign for introverts? For those of you who can't see the video, I just collapsed in on myself like I was having an external crisis. So extroverts, even though I would not prefer to be an extrovert, I do think that I know a lot of extroverts. Some of my personal friends are extroverts, which means that I can they said that I could talk about them and that I could hang out with them and stuff like that. I can say that because I know a lot of extroverts. Yeah, they're good. Let's give them a 4. They're doing okay. They're doing good. That's from my perspective as an introvert. I would like to review engagement parties, not weddings. No. Not the reception, not the wedding ceremony, not the reception, not the bridal shower or the hen's night, the buck's night. The engagement party, which by the way is not a thing. Why? Why? It's an extra party. And I know a lot of people treat the engagement party these days, to my knowledge, as the party for the people who you're not going to invite to the wedding. You give almost a faux vow, marriage thing, talk. You get up and you're we're getting married and we just want to thank you all for being here to celebrate. Not while we're getting married, but before we get married. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing, okay? Maybe people are using engagement parties to kind of filter out friends that are fucked. Because that's kind of funny. That's when you're saying we're committing to each other for the rest of our lives and we're working partners and all that sort of stuff, whatever weddings are for you. The engagement party is almost being we're totally gonna do that. It doesn't seem like a real reason to have a party. We're totally gonna do the thing that we say that we're gonna do, and we're going to do, this is a party. It's you could keep going back. You could have a promising ring party for the engagement party do you know what I mean? You could keep going back. You could have a friendship party for the promising ring party for the engagement. Why are we stopping there? Let's have a acquaintanceship party for the friendship party for the, all the way back. Stupid. Let's have we have mutual friends in common for the acquaintanceship party when we meet, to the friendship party, to the promising ring party, to the engagement party, to the wedding. We never talk about the party after the wedding, by the way. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed how we stop at the... Oh, actually, no, there's anniversaries. Every year after that, there's a party. In my opinion, every day is a party with the one I love. That's just me. That's just me. Who am I trying to impress? Actually, I have heaps of love to give and it doesn't need a party. Because every day is a party. Actually, every time I put out a podcast, that's my engagement to you. Sorry. Don't leave me. Don't leave. What if that was my promo? Just me being upsettingly needy. Please watch. Don't leave. I'm doing this for you. Engagement parties. Not a real party. 1 star. I would like to review editing. Because I've been doing a lot of that recently. A lot of editing. And for those of you who don't know, I produce this podcast myself, so I'm editing it myself, and I'm talking to you myself. So I listen to myself a lot, and I must say, I don't know how a lot of my friends are doing it. I'm annoying. The way I speak is so... When I edit this for you, by the way, I will sound a lot more concise, and you'll think, Jemma, you don't know what I cut out. You don't know the utter ramblings that are going on behind the scenes. I record for an hour and I put out half an hour. It's all shit like this. Like, it's just me doing things to a camera. And it's hard to pick up in the editing process because I'm doing continuous talking and it's garbage. It's garbage. So, she's garbage. Things like that. So, for this entire section of editing, you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to do a single cut so you can understand what we're working with. There's drilling happening in the background. See, I would have cut that out because what's the significance of that to what I'm talking? Like, I keep going on tangents during all my other reviews, and I have to cut out this random bit where I talk about learning how to tie a bow from a tutorial. You're not going to hear about that because it's boring, right? And I'm sitting here and I'm like, do I keep all the full recordings for people who want to listen to it on a Patreon? I worry for those people. If I get to a point where I'm releasing a Patreon with the full episodes, check on those people who are subscribed. Check on them. Anyway, I guess what I'm trying to say is editing is hard when you're me. But I must say I have not had a project to myself for a very long time. I used to do a podcast a while ago with my friend Jade O'Brien, Feedback Error. I think it's still on the internet if you want to go listen to us ramble. Very fun. I really much enjoyed it. But she moved away and it got a little tricky with time schedules. So I literally decided to do this one just with myself because I thought it would be easier. However, I did not realize that Jade was reining me in a lot to be a lot more concise, keeping us on track. So the editing in this one, way worse. way worse. Anyway, did I promise that I wasn't gonna cut any of this? Shit. Let's give a star rating. Okay, so editing. I personally have been enjoying it. It's very, very hard, but rewarding. More rewarding for you than just for me. Let's give it 3.5 stars. Yeah, let's give it 3.5 stars. That seems fair. That seems reasonable. That seems fair. No cuts. No cuts. I'm sorry. I am so sorry I did this to you. It's come to the end of the pod, and I would like to actually review someone who's been reviewing me since the start. So my friend Peter Dahms, his mum, he has been screen capturing things. She's been listening. And by the way, if you're listening, thank you so much for listening, Peter's mum. Your boy is lovely. You did a good job. I'm first reviewing you as a mum, top notch, 5 stars. Good mum. As a not mum being supportive to me, you also get 5 stars because she wrote, I love women talking about themselves and being open about it. My generation and previous generations kept our mouths shut except with a best friend, and female comics are saying it publicly. That's like just give me goosebumps. So thank you for supporting the pod. And obviously, if you have a review for me, as always, email in jemmabaileycomedy@gmail.com. Send me a review. I will review it and it will be reviewed. Of course, because that's what we do here at Jemma Bayley Reviews Everything Ever. Thank you so much. I love you. Have a good day.